It's not to come to pass that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our count. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Ephics and the Bibios, the Ison, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isob. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Ikede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in He said, Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on the program today. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this very program, wherever you are connecting from. I welcome you and I say, may Shukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. If you are joining us from Biafra land, you are joining us from any part of Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. You are joining us from Russia, from China, from Israel. I welcome you and I say, may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect you. Thank you so much for once again joining this program. Please, as you join the program, kindly like and share the program. Like and share the program to family and friends. Like and share the program to your neighbors. Like and share the program to anyone that need to hear us. Please like and share. If you are joining us for the very first time, I want you to know that this is a platform that is standing under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, on the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where I stand. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people. We don't come here for blackmail or propaganda. We don't come here for any kind of saga. What we do in this platform is to encourage ourselves as Biafrans, to make our opinion and voice being heard, to state the obvious and say the truth and always the truth without being politically correct. What we do here is to encourage Biafrans far and wide, the state of things and the nature of the things that are happening around us, to bring updates to Biafran people and remind Biafrans that they should continue to hold on their rights. That is what we do on this platform. As you have joined us on this platform, please, I want you to know that we have a link there that people can be able to use. Today, we are using the single link. And if you have the time to contribute, you can feel free to join us and make a contribution on this link. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you so
much. Good morning. I just want to say hello. I'm just coming from school runs now. And I also want to appreciate you for what you are doing, and the Prime Minister also, and all the genuine Biafra worldwide that is supporting in one way or the other, even if it means sharing this video, liking it, so that the world will hear our voice. Yes. I really appreciate, and I greet everyone in the comment section, those that are watching but are not commenting. The best thing you can do for us is to share this program, because they are not promoting it. We have to promote it by ourselves. And my brother Chuk Survivor, this work is not easy. For a very long time now, I have not come live. It's not easy. So sometimes when you see people commenting on the comment section, you know what you are passing through. You'll be sick and you'll still be making program. People won't appreciate you. I must commend you. You are trying. I have seen for a very long time I have not done live because I know what I'm passing through. So Biafra worldwide, have faith, have hope. And yesterday, if you listen to the State of the Nation of our Prime Minister, you heard what he said at the achievement and how we have gone so far. In case if people ask you, like they do ask me, on our Prime Minister say in 2023 Biafra will come. 2023 have gone, no Biafra. So go and watch, send them the video of the State of the Union yesterday. When they watch it, their hair will be correct. So I just want to say, you can hear the noise of my baby in the background. I just want to appreciate you and to appreciate everybody that will come up to contribute in a program like this. This is an interaction section. You have every opportunity to come here to air your mind. If there is issue or things you don't understand clearly, you have opportunity. Click the way I just clicked to comment. Don't stay in the comment section, or you start talking to yourself. Come and ask questions, you'll be cleared. So my brother, continue. I appreciate what you are doing. God will see us through. We must
You
go to our
say,
promised land. When the
Amen.
children of Israel and Pharaoh, it looks as if nothing will happen, but at the end, what happens? So nothing good comes easy. Freedom, even when you are in your mother's house, when you want to be free, your mother will not allow you. But you have to struggle to free yourself. So people that think that freedom is all by fighting war, it's not all about war. You can fight and lose, but it's
Yes.
about wisdom, strategy, plans. You achieve your aim. If you rush it, you miss everything that you have achieved so far. And I want to comment on the fake video of people they recruited parading as ESM or Biafra Liberation Army. I think I made a video about that. Anything that you didn't hear from any Biafra media or from the Prime Minister, just regard it as a false news. So I'm going to allow you. My baby is really disturbing. Continue your
Thank you
good
so
work.
much, my sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, my beloved sister. May
Okay, thank
Chukwu
you.
continue to guide and protect you. Thank you so much,
It's
my
a,
beloved sister.
it's a, and you too.
Thank you so much. So, my fellow audience that are watching, any place you're watching from, you just saw on this platform, surprisingly, is not somebody that you don't know. It's a very popular face in this very struggle. Our beloved sister Linda TV show. She has been hosting program 247 at all time. Even when she gave birth, she was still streaming from the hospital and still uploading and updating us on daily basis. These are the sacrifice people are giving. You wouldn't know. When I say most of the time on my program that every one of us have a contribution to make, that is what I mean. In the most difficult time, when you see the true Biafrans, some of us who are on this media, we go extra mile to come out and make sure that the information and update is being given to Biafran people. You can see her, even with the little child there crying and disturbing, she was still able to come on and say one or two words to encourage Biafrans. The same way she'll be taking her time to upload and update every minute. And on Thursdays, by the special grace of God, I always hold a program with her. We have not been holding that program for some time due to a lot of issues, which we can't be able to come online to explain everything. There are certain things that we go through that we don't talk about online, and we just have to face it and deal with it by ourselves and get done with it. But by the special grace of God, hopefully by Thursday, we will hold another program. We will resume our program on Linda TV show on Thursday night. We'll resume our program. Hopefully by Thursday, that's the program is always around 8 or 7 p.m. in the evening, Biafran time. So hopefully we're going to resume it. So if you have not been able to follow her own platform or join her in her programs, please do join Linda TV show. It's a very popular platform. As long as you're a Biafran, there's no way you cannot know that platform because updates 247 is coming there. It's coming there. So I appreciate you, my beloved sister, for that very time you have spent to speak to Biafran people. We mix you and we love you so much. Thank you so much for that very word of encouragement that you have just given to us. And every other person that is watching out there on the comment section, those who are commenting, those who are not commenting, I appreciate every single one of you. You know, we've been in a break for a very long time. I almost went out for almost a week or more than a week. It is one of those things. It wasn't intentional. There are so many things that are happening that we don't come online to talk about. But I thank Chukwu that I'm able to come back and I'm here now speaking to my fellow Biafrans and doing what I love to do. Whatever I am doing here is for my own self. Biafra is for me. It is. I'm not just doing it for anybody. I'm not just doing it for you or for anybody out there. I'm doing it for myself. If Biafra becomes free tomorrow, I am free. If as Biafra is getting free now, I am getting free. As Biafra is being declared, my own country is being declared. That is why everything I do in this very restoration of Biafra, I do it with my whole heart. I do it with my whole heart, as if I'm doing it for myself. It's not something that maybe I was forced to do or it was imposed on me. And it is high time that every one of us begin to see the restoration of Biafra in this same direction. See it as a responsibility that lies on your shoulder. See it as something that belongs to you. See it as your own personal project. You know how you carry your project from January as the year is ending now. The year is almost coming to an end. Many people are writing their resolution. Many people are planning what they're going to start to do by January, and they will pursue it. Some who have written their own in January 2023, now you are looking around to see how far you have gone. You have planning and running to make sure that you complete your project. I want you to see this restoration of Biafra in the same manner as your own personal project. Sit back and count the success you've made. Sit back and count your success and try to look around and see if there are ways where you have fallen short, and you arrange your path, keep it straight, keep it strong, and keep moving. Don't think that every one of us do not have challenges. We all have challenges. Even when you see our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, standing tall every minute of the day, don't think he doesn't have challenges. He has greater challenges that you and I can ever have. He's having attacks, challenges from right, left, and center. There are so many things that will make him to say, oh, I'm not doing it anymore. There are so many reasons he will look at and he will say, why am I doing this? But because he is looking at this restoration of Biafra as his own personal project. It is about his future, his unborn children, his generation to come. That is why he never looked back. You can equally do the same. We can borrow leave from him. Look at our Supreme Amazing Nandekano. Our Supreme Amazing Nandekano, even when he has the opportunity to enjoy everything life can offer, he has the opportunity to be whoever he wants to be. He has gotten the name, he has gotten the personality, and every other thing that is attached to it, but yet he have refused to denounce Biafra. And they have continued to hold him down against his will for more than 2 years now. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekano, is still in the hand and the territory of the enemies. The only reason why they are holding Mazen Nandekano is to force him to reject Biafra, is to force him to denounce Biafra, is to force him to tell you and I to stop asking for our freedom. But Mazen Nandekano, in the midst of all the offer, all the gifts, all the praises, he has refused to renounce Biafra. And that is why they are holding him. But I tell you, it cannot be for too long. It cannot be for too long, because the God of the land have risen for him, and Mazen Nandekano is going to join us very, very soon. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to please stand strong, stand strong. Don't allow anybody or anything to distract you. Always be focused. Always be focused. Always be focused. Don't allow any man or woman to distract you. The journey is going to be tougher. As the day go by, the journey is going to be tougher. Never give up, because there is light already at the end of the tunnel. We are seeing the light already. Today, as you all know, is the second day of the lockdown of Anambra State. The total and absolute lockdown of Anambra State today is the second day. And if you do not know why that lockdown is going on, I still have to remind you that the lockdown you are hearing about in Anambra State today, that has entered the second day, that lockdown was announced by our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, through the Biafra Republic of Exile, because of the attack on the Biafran people, because of the loss of life of the Biafran people in Biafra, more especially the loss of a child of 4 years whose intestine was gushed out and her life was taken away from her, simply because that child is a Biafran. The child committed no offense. The parents committed no offense. The parents were not armed. They were not going in for any riot or any protest whatsoever. The innocent child, life was taken away from that child in the presence of the mother, and you saw the mother shedding tears, watching the intestine of her own child gushing out. And when you see that video and you're not moved, I don't know whether if you are human. This happened in Anambra State. And when this issue happened, with so many other lives that were lost for no just cause, the governor of Anambra State stood and he never uttered a word. Instead, he was busy celebrating himself, enjoying himself and his colleagues, and they were sharing money among themselves. Instead, he was busy dancing on the grave of this innocent child. The clown that is called Soludo, who claimed to be a governor, when you and I know that he's an illegitimate governor because Anambra people did not vote for him. We know the population of Anambra and we know how many people he claimed that voted for him. So he's an illegitimate governor. This man, in his presence, a life was taken away. A young child of 4 years, what had that young child done? Nothing. What crime has a child committed? The only crime that child committed was she was born as a Biafra. And they took away the life of that child. The mother cried, nobody listened to her. The parents cried, nobody paid attention. The parents shed tears, and nobody seemed to listen. Another man's life was also taken, a widower who has lost the wife 2 weeks back, and the wife left him with 3 good children to take care of, and his aged mother. This man lost his life in the hand of the terrorist government of Nigeria in Anambra State. The government of Anambra State was watching this happen. They never issued any statement, neither were there any compensation to these families. What we see is the continuous intimidation, attack, and loss of life of Biafrans in Anambra State. And every single one of them that claimed to be your representative are very comfortable with it. There was no sorry from the governor. There was no speech. There was no comment from anybody, both the organization, both the politician, whatever they call themselves. They pretended not to see what was happening. And the Biafran people have looked at it and said, no, we cannot continue to watch this. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Simon Ekpa, saw this happening and he couldn't bear it. And that was why he took it upon himself. After discussion with the Biafra Republic of Nigeria and the members of the cabinet, decision was taken that Anambra State will be locked down for 3 good days. And it started yesterday. Today is the second day. If you are in Anambra State today and you feel that that very child does not deserve justice, what happened to that child is going to happen to you. If you are in Anambra State today and you feel that that innocent child does not deserve justice, what happened to that child will happen to you. But one thing you should know is that you cannot stop us from getting justice for that child. The order has been given by the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, that those who took the life of that innocent child will be hunted down, no matter where they find themselves. And the manhunt has started. The manhunt has started. And is on top gear since yesterday and today. And so many of those who were involved in taking the life of that innocent child has been hunted down already. And more of them are going to go down. Wherever you are in Anambra State today, stay out of trouble. Do not put yourself in harm's way. Do not, I say, do not put yourself in harm's way. It is our responsibility to protect and guide you. And one of the ways in which we can guide and protect you is to give you information. When you get this information, keep it to heart. Please, as you are watching this platform, I beg you to share. Share. Information is key. Don't tell me that you didn't hear. And if you are in this platform today, you are not sharing information. If anybody loses his or her life because of loss of information, you are going to be held responsible. If you are in this platform and you are not sharing this video, and somebody loses his or her life because he or she did not get the information that Anambra State is on lockdown, on total lockdown today, Chukwu Okike will ask you for that life. That is why you must have to be very careful. In this restoration of Biafra, I have said it time and time again that every one of us have a responsibility. It is not about how rich or how poor you are. It's not about how educated or how uneducated you are. It's not about your position. It is about taking responsibility, passing information, most importantly, when you can. Wherever you are and you are watching this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, the least you can do to support this program is to like. You click like and you share. Very, very important. The restoration of Biafra have entered a top gear. The delegitimization of the zoo in Biafra land has entered the highest level. And we are not stepping down. It is going to continue to increase every day. It will continue to increase every day. The level will continue to increase from greater level to another greater level to another greater level. The only good thing you can do for yourself today is to obey instructions. Fall in line and do what you are supposed to do. Support the restoration of Biafra the best way you can. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile, in his broadcast have said it. He have enumerated the successes that have been made. If you are one of those who is still pretending today not to see the achievement that have been made so far, keep on pretending. It's up to you. If you're one of those who is pretending not to see that Biafra is here already, keep pretending. Your pretense does not change anything. That you are denying the fact that the Biafra has come doesn't mean that it hasn't come. That you have failed to be reasonable does not mean that you can change what Biafra is. You can't. It is forward ever and backward never. The Biafra we have waited for, just like my sister said here, the Biafra that we're talking about, that we have all wished to come, finally is here. The only thing that is in our hand today is for us to sustain that very progress we have made. How are you ready to play your own role to see that this very progress we have made is sustained? How ready and prepared are you? How prepared are you? What are you doing to see that we sustain the progress we have made so far? I continue to ask this question because it's a critical question that whenever we can be able to answer this question properly, our problem will be half solved. If we genuinely ask ourselves these questions, we don't have to be begging for fund. We don't have to be crying for fund every day. People on their own will make their contributions. How prepared are you? Every one of us is wishing for freedom. Those of us who are genuinely seeking for freedom, we know what it takes. It takes sacrifice. It takes commitment. It is going to take more than you can ever expect for freedom to come. And so many of us are already making sacrifice, including the ultimate sacrifice. The Liberation Army you are seeing on the field today are putting their own life on the line. On their own, willingly, volunteer. People have volunteered their own life. So many of us you see today online and offline putting our life and faces on the line. It is because we know what we are pursuing. It is because we know that our freedom wants it. What about you? What about you? What commitment are you making? What sacrifice are you making to see that Biafra that we are talking about stands strong? Biafra has come. But what are you doing to make sure that we sustain this Biafra that we have seen? What are you doing? Every single thing that you need today to see, for you to know that Biafra has come, they are out there for you. We can see the Biafra that we dreamed of. It is not like in those days when things were being done halfway. Some of you who has been crying for consultation, you're not consulted, you're not consulted. Some of you have been crying for one thing or the other. Today, finally, you are seeing how the Biafra Republic of Exile is unveiling the real and true Biafra, the United States of Biafra. We can see how the United States of Biafra is being unveiled by the people themselves. Nobody is being forced into anything. Nobody is being forced into the people by their own self are volunteering and bringing themselves out and joining the United States of Biafra. This is the Biafra we dreamed of. This is the Biafra we have ever wanted. Are we going to allow it to slip off our hands? Never. We will never allow that. And if you know that you won't allow that, time has come for you to begin to arrange yourself properly. Time has come for you to begin to ask yourself the main question. What contribution are you going to make? What are you going to offer to this United States of Biafra? This is the time you ask yourself, what are you going to offer to the United States of Biafra? It is not about what Biafra can offer to you. It is not about what Biafra can offer. It is what you can offer to your nation, Biafra, as it stands today. I know very well there are so many Biafran that have the zeal. There are so many Biafran that have that momentum, that their spirit is high. There are so many Biafran that are wishing and willing to do everything humanly possible to see that Biafra becomes a reality. There are so many. There are so many who are having that desire to move on and do what they have to do. Some of them are being hindered for one reason or the other. More especially the people in Biafra land. Some of them are being hindered. For one reason or the other, they are being hindered. And it is understandable. Just like our Prime Minister have said. And he gave that very direction. That's today we know the situation in the zoo. After the zoo have finally launched itself into an Islamic state. After doing that, we know that the risk of people speaking up for the Biafra has now increased in Nigeria. The risk has increased. By announcing the Zoological Republic as an Islamic state, it has now increased the risk. And that has created more fear in some people who are supposed to be speaking out to speak out. The duty of the Biafra Republic of the Desert is not to put you in danger. It's not to put you at risk, but to secure you and keep you safe. That was why our Prime Minister said, for those of you who are in charge in one way or the other, either you call yourself an elite or whatever you call yourself, those who are wealthy in that zoological republic who feel that the time has come to make the contribution, we don't want you to speak. Those of you that own businesses in Biafra land, those of you that own churches and whatever you call yourself, that control big congregations, what is needed this time is your support and financial support. Financial support is what is needed. Give your financial support to Biafra Republic of Exile. Let us face this once and for all and conquer. Let us face this battle once and for all and conquer. We can do it. Yes, we can. If you do not want your identity to be disclosed, the secret will be kept for you, your identity will not be placed in public, you will be protected, absolutely protected. All you need to do is to make your consultations to Biafra Republic of Exile or through our Prime Minister. Support the restoration of Biafra financially the best way you can. That is the only hope that is left for anybody in Biafra land. There is no hope anywhere. Do not deceive yourself. Do not deceive yourself. The only people that can be able to put a stop from being dragged into the Islamic State is the Biafran people. There is no other group that can do that. You can continue to deceive yourself out of your wickedness, of your anger, out of your greed and jealousy. Continue to deceive yourself. The only group that can be able to put an end to the Islamic State of Nigeria is the Biafran people. And let me tell you, some of you, when we talk about this, you don't understand. When we talk about the danger that is coming, you do not understand because you're not paying attention. If you want to know the kind of danger that are coming, look at Afghanistan and what is happening in Afghanistan. Take a look at Afghanistan, you will understand better. Please click like on this video. I have almost more than 50 people watching, and we have only 18 people that like the video. Does it mean that you don't like the video? You don't want it to go viral? You don't want others to join us on this platform? Is that what you mean? We have about 50 people watching. Only 19 we are able to like, meaning that the rest people do not like the video. Very sad. But that is not right. That is not right. Every information here is for people to get it, to make people informed, to make sure that our people are carried along. That is why we are here. And that is why I'm urging you to click like and share. It is very, very important. If we must overcome in this battle, the social media war is not an easy one. The media war is it's not an easy one. If not for the way Mazen Nande kind of started in the media, he was able to capture the media and he gave all that inspiration. Most of us entered the media. So many things that are happening today, nobody's going to know about it. We would have not gone this far. We were able to achieve what we have achieved today through the media, the social media, through these broadcasts. Mazen Nandekano was able to rescue you and I and impact wisdom into us through this social media. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Indonesia, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is able to stand up to the challenges. Is able to lead us to the state that we have gotten today because of the social media. We must not allow them to take it away from us. That is why it is important that you share and like each time you come across reasonable and responsible videos. Every one of us that is watching, the battle has just started. We are going to win the battle, but you will not just say it and go to sleep. For us to win that battle, we must put everything on the line. We have to put all our resources, our time, our money, our moral support, our prayers, everything must be put online. That is how we can be able to overcome. And I bet you, if we do so, victory definitely is going to be ours. We are going to be victorious. Are there going to be trials? Of course there will be trials. Are there going to be temptations? Of course there will be temptations. Are there going to be failures? Of course there will be failures, ups and downs everywhere. But I bet you, at the end of the day, we are going to come out victorious. One of the reasons why we are shouting on a daily basis for people to share videos, like and share and get across to other people is because information is key. Look at what is happening now. The video we saw, where some of our Biafran brothers were rounded up by the terrorist government in Nigeria. Our beloved brothers in Biafra land. Some of those people who were rounded up there are genuine in their heart. They truly want to serve their nation. That is the truth. But because some of them do not have the right information, some of them are not patient, they fall victim of that kind of problem we're just seeing. I have been shouting on top of my voices on this very platform, almost in many programs. And I said, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile is not recruiting any armed group. There is no recruitment going on anywhere on behalf of the Biafra Republic in exile. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile, have never ever announced any recruitment whatsoever. No recruitment to the ESN, no recruitment to the Biafra Liberation Army, no recruitment to the resistance fighters, no recruitment to the strike force, no recruitment to the Black Marine. There is no recruitment going on anywhere on behalf of Biafra. We have said this again and again and again. But some people, either because they don't get the information or because of carelessness or because of so much zeal to do something, they go ahead to do even when they know that that is wrong. A lot of people have called me privately. I continue to get calls from people who said they want to join the Biafran Liberation Army. They want to join the ESN. And I have told them, you don't need to call anybody. When it is time for recruitment, you are going to hear it. When it is time to recruit the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, we announce through our Prime Minister. Once you go to his platform on Twitter, you are going to see it written boldly. The Biafra of today is not a secret society. You must have to understand this. There is nothing that is done in the secret in the present Biafra that we are looking for. In the present Biafra we are pursuing, maybe you must have done in the olden days where you were doing things in secrecy. Today, every single thing is done in the open. And I have told you, anything you don't see on the Twitter handle of our Prime Minister, it does not exist. When you hear certain rumors, you hear certain informations, and you are confused, all you have to do is to go to the Twitter handle of our Prime Minister, scroll down as much as you can, and see if you can find such information there. If you don't see it there, throw it to the trash. It doesn't exist. We have so many Biafra Republic of Exile media. You know most of our media. Information that you don't see there doesn't exist. We have first-hand information on things that you're supposed to know. Everything that you're supposed to know is passed down to us in the Biafra Republic of Exile media, and we will extend it to every one of you. If there's an announcement that you must have to hear or things that need to be done, we are going to extend it. And you also, in your own part, we have to share and get across to other people. That is how it works. Our Prime Minister does not do anything without carrying us along. He doesn't. He doesn't do anything without getting us informed. Just like each time we are announcing the sit at home, the sit at home you are hearing about in Anambra State today. It was announced long ago. Time was given. We keep on speaking about it, sensitizing people about it. We didn't just wake up and decide that Anambra State will be locked down. It will be announced over and over and over and over again. But some people still fall victim, either out of ignorance or out of overzealousness. You must be very, very careful at this point in time. If you have been able to succeed to be alive up to this time, there's no reason why you will lose your life carelessly out of overzealousness. Don't. If you lose your life this time, you will regret it. Even in death, you will blame yourself for what you did. Now that we are in Biafra, you have fought the main battle. A time when they gave us no voice, they didn't want us to speak. You stood your ground. You fought. Why would you, at this point in time, a time that you are supposed to be standing up, why would you now give up your stance? Every one of us must be very, very careful at this point in time. Do not allow overzealousness to put you into trouble. The enemy we are dealing with are wicked souls. They are fighting the battle of a dying horse. They are fighting the fight of a dying horse. They know that they can never ever defeat Biafra. They know that Biafra has already come. They know it very well. The only thing they are doing today is to destroy as much life as they can. Don't play into their hand. Do not play into their hand. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, do not play into their hand. This set of individuals, they are everywhere, employed by the Zoological Republic to take as many lives as they can. Some of them will come to you in the name of Biafra. Some of them will come to you in different disguise. Some of them will come and tell you to come and join this and join that. They know how Biafrans are moved when Biafra is mentioned. They know the zeal in you to have your nation and have your freedom. They know. And they will always play on that. Sometimes they will use your neighbor. They will use your friend. They will use your fellow comrade to deceive you. Please don't allow your overzealousness to put you in trouble. I can bet you that some of the people you saw in that video that were arrested genuinely came there to fight for Biafra. They genuinely came to fight for Biafra. But these idiots took advantage of them. You must have to be very careful. Whenever you hear our Prime Minister make an announcement and say, this person is no longer in the race, be very careful when you are dealing with such people. If you are dealing with such people, you have to do it carefully. It is your own personal risk. Take it as your own personal risk. But if you want to be on the safe side, follow instructions of the Prime Minister. Follow the guidelines of the Prime Minister. Wait for his announcement. When he says go, go. When he says stand, stand. Any information you didn't hear from him, don't take it serious. Now look at every one of them who got those people into that problem. What are they saying? Have you seen them online talking about it? They have all gone mute and disappeared. The people that dragged our brothers and sisters into that very mess in the name of recruiting. These are this bunch of idiots who will come online every time and they will be telling you men on the ground, men on the ground, men on the ground. They are using men on the ground language to extort money from people. Men on the only motive they have is to gather people and begin to extort money from those who are ignorant, all in the name of fighting for Biafra. They have been doing this for a very long time. Out of envy and jealousy, they thought that the Liberation Army is to make money. They thought that the Liberation Army is to make money. They thought it is for personal use. They thought it's for personal exhortation. And when their jealousy could not be controlled, when their envy took over them, they began to recruit people unnecessarily. They began to recruit. And look at the result today. Look at the result. They have gathered people and they handed them over to the Zoological Republic terrorists. And today, what are they saying about it? None of them is talking. They pretend not to see it. They pretend. But could you imagine, just imagine, if this camp they are talking about was a camp that was organized by our Prime Minister, you can't imagine what the media will be saying today. Every one of them will come out from their shelf and they will be talking nonsense. Just imagine for once, if these people today that we are captured, these people today who were intercepted, if that very camp was a camp owned by the Biafra program, you can't imagine what would have happened. You will see name calling. You will see all manner of nonsense they'll be talking. But look at what they have done. Endangered the life of Biafran people. You must be very careful as a Biafran in these present days. More especially our Biafran brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Even if you're living abroad, please extend this message to your family in Nigeria. Extend this message to your loved ones. Tell them to warn their children to stay away from any form of recruitment of any kind. The Biafran Liberation Army is not recruiting anybody anywhere on the planet Earth. Get that and get it straight. Our president has said it time and time again that we have more than enough volunteer force. These are volunteers. We have more than enough volunteers. People who have dedicated and volunteered themselves to defend the land. The only challenges we are having today is how to keep the ones we have, sustain them, and make provisions for them on how to defend the land. And mind you, you are not paying them for their life. The Biafran Liberation Army are a group of volunteers who only demands is the tools to fight for you and I. Just like in 1967, our eternal leader said it openly, that the Biafran Army are volunteer army, volunteer force. That they are being fed by Biafran people in any area where they go for operation. Biafran people were taking care of them. In 1967, it was a volunteer force. The only difference between now and 1977 was the volunteer force we had in 1977 was assembled in the midst of the war, almost unprepared and untrained. Children were involved in 1967. But in 2023, we are much more prepared and equipped. In 1967, we started the war with nothing. There was no single mortar. According to the explanation of our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, the Zoological Republic brought the war upon us when we had nothing with us. We started with nothing. But in the year 2023, we have well-trained men and women, equipped and ready to defend their father's land. That is why we tell you, it can never be business as usual. The restoration of Biafra has already been done. The only thing we are waiting for is the ceremonial declaration of Biafra. And that ceremonial declaration is going to happen. Just like our Prime Minister have said, that when it will happen, nobody will fire a shot. I love that word. That when the declaration of Biafra will be done, the ceremonial declaration, you're not going to see any firing of shot from anywhere. If you're a Biafran, you must be very careful. When we tell you that the Biafra land is in a state of war, it is not a joke. Biafran land is in a state of war. It is not a joke. You must have to take that word serious and be very careful what you say, what you do, and where you go at every given point in time. The enemy we are dealing with, they are everywhere. Their eyes, ears, and the ground, and they are desperate. The enemy is very, very desperate. They are desperate. They are very desperate. And in their desperation, they can do anything. They can do anything. They can lay their hand on anything. That is why you must be very careful. Don't be overzealous. Your overzealousness will put you into trouble if you are not careful. The restoration of Biafra has a leader. We have a prime minister who directs and says what will happen. We have a prime minister who will listen to. We have a prime minister Who is leading the charge? The earlier you understand that, the better for you. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is doing the job. And every one of us need to support him. He needs our support. If you know any way you can support, give that support. This is not a time to listen to blackmailers. This is not a time to begin to attack individuals. This is not a time to begin to castigate and blackmail. No. There's no time for that. It's not even the time to respond to irrelevant people. It is time to concentrate. We are in a state of war. Gone are the days when you waste your time listening to nonsense. Gone are the days when you waste your data listening to gossip. What you do today is to pay attention and know the direction to go. What you do today is to pay attention, listen, and know the direction to go. Know when to move and when to stay, when to walk and when to run. Chukwu Okike Abiyama has given us a leader in Master Simon Ekpa, who is willing and ready to carry us into the promised land. He has already made a vow. He said, instead of Biafra not to come, that he will turn to a monster. He went ahead to say that if it will take him to have a handshake with the devil to make Biafra a reality, that he will do so. These are very strong words. These are very strong words. All you have to do today is to support him until we walk into Biafra. Support him. Don't allow any distraction. It will continue to come. The distraction will continue to come. The challenges will continue to come. The obstacles will continue to come. It's not going to stop. But I urge you to be very, very careful. Mind what you do. Mind what you say. Mind where you go. The battle we are up against today is not a small battle, but we are going to win. At this very particular point in time, when we are getting to our winning, you must be very careful. Don't allow yourself to be taken out of the way. It will be a very sad thing if you have fought this battle for these years, and at this point, when the light is shining very clear at the end of the tunnel, you give up. I will be very sad. Today, we have made tremendous progress. That is one thing that I love about this very restoration of Biafra today in the hand of Simon Ekpa. We have made tremendous progress that you don't need to call anybody to tell you what has been done. You don't need to, when people say, what have you achieved? Such questions, I don't respond to it because people that are either envious, jealous, the envious people, the jealous people who are not in what we are doing, they are the ones that can ask such questions. But there is no genuine Biafran today that will open his or her mouth and ask, what have we achieved? We have achieved a lot. We have achieved a whole lot. Today, Biafra has a government, a standing government that can defend Biafra anytime, any day. We have a standing army that can defend Biafra anytime, any day. We have a standing navy. We have a standing air force. What are you talking about? Today, we have the de facto government in the whole land. Biafra government in the homeland, operational. Today you can see the United States of Biafra. exactly the desire of the people and how they want it. Nothing has been imposed on anybody. You know, one of the lies they push out there, that the Igbo Biafrans are trying to dominate you, that the Igbo Biafrans are trying to dominate and use you. And Mazen Nandekan have said it time and time again, that there is no minority in Biafra. When it comes to the issue of Biafra, nothing like minority. We are all equal stakeholders. Equal stakeholders is what we have in the United States of Biafra. Today, that confederation is made very, very clear in Biafra. The confederation of Biafra, the United States of Biafra, is made very, very clear. Most of you must have seen the maps that are coming out. The maps of states in Biafra land coming out. The map drawn by the people themselves. So this is not the issue of saying that I impose this on them. That was why some of them who were quarreling with the name Biafra, 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 we say that the name Biafra should not be your worry. At the end of the day, it is confederation. If at the end of the day, you decide to answer fly, you decide to answer maggot, you decide to answer whatever you want to answer, it is left for you. It's left for you. Our focus should be on how to restore Biafra. How to restore our freedom through that name that unites us. After we have gotten that victory and the restoration is done, to your tent, O Israel, you can be able to answer whatever you want to answer on your own. And there is nothing like minority. Everybody is an equal stakeholder. Whether you people are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no matter how number you are, whatever area you find yourself, you will utilize your own resources by your own self, for your people, and by your people. You will use your own resources to develop your area. Whichever part of Biafra land you are from, when Biafra comes, you are going to use your own resources to develop your own area. Nobody is going to come there to impose anything on you. Nobody is going to come there to force anything on you. Nobody is going to come there to take any decision for you. The decision will be made by you and you alone. That is the Biafra we dreamed of. And today we can see that Biafra emerging. You can see that Biafra emerging. Every state, people in the area are bringing out their own map by their own self. People are taking their own decision by their own self. People are taking that we have been wished for, that thing we've been praying for, it is here already. Fellow Biafrans, the time has come for us to support Biafra the best way we can. Time has come for us to support Biafra. Time has come for us to support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The time has come for all of us to rally around him to establish that which we have long been yearning for. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every Biafran wherever you are. We have made tremendous progress, and we must sustain that progress until the Biafra declaration officially. As for the coming of Biafra, today I'm one of the happiest person that finally I can see Biafra. I can see Biafra today. I know where I belong. I know the state where I am. That is a thing of joy. And you yourself have to be happy because we are in Biafra. The ceremonial declaration is going to be done any moment from now, and we are going to defend it. The delegitimization of the Zoological Republic in Biafra land has intensified. And today I can proudly tell you that the Biafra Republic of Neza is in charge, and our Liberation Army is taking over. The Liberation Army of Biafra is taking over the whole of Biafra land. They are taking over. Know that and no peace. Anambra today. If you are in Anambra, or you have somebody in Anambra, wherever you are, please reach out to anybody you have that is from Anambra and tell them that they should pay attention. That they should pay attention. Obey instructions. Don't put yourself in harm's way. It can never ever be business as usual. You cannot take the life of Biafrans and you go scot-free. It is now an eye for an eye. Remember the announcement of our Prime Minister? You know they launched their Python dance. Their Python danced and many Biafrans lost their life. Their Python danced and they almost took the life of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Their Python danced. 28 people lost their life in the home of our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Their Python danced, which led to the death of the parents of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Their Python danced. Young men and women lost their life in Biafra land. Today, we are hunting for the python. Today, we are hunting for the python. And the Prime Minister have declared and said that is an operation, python must die. Their python have danced for too long, and he can never dance anymore in Biafra land. What is happening today in Biafra land is Operation Python Must Die. That same python that swallowed 28 people in the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That python that caused the death of the parents of our school, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The python that took the life of Jack. The python that took the life of innocent young ones and drowned most of them. That python, time has come for us to find out that python and bring it to an end. And our Prime Minister declared, Operation Python Must Die. And today I bet you that python is gone and gone for good. And the hunt for that python will continue going forward. Starting from Anambra State, the hunt for the python intensified yesterday. And going forward, every python in Biafra land must go down. They have danced for too long. They have danced for too long, and we can no longer permit the dance of the python in Biafran territory. Never again. The python must die. This operation has commenced. So if you are anywhere in Anambra State, please stay out of the arm's way. Remember the instructions that have been given. Information is power. Stay 1 kilometer away from every single barrack. It doesn't matter what barrack it is. Police barrack, army barrack, naval barrack, custom barrack, whatever barrack that is in uniform and bearing arms in Biafra, stay 1 kilometer away from those barracks. In the same vein, every secretariat, stay 1 kilometer away from all the secretariats. Every secretariat in Biafra, stay 1 kilometer away from them. Wherever you see the terrorists in uniform, park their vehicle. Don't go close to that very place. Run for your life. If you meet the terrorists in uniform in the filling station buying fuel, please drive away, run away, stay away until when they leave before you can come and buy your own fuel. Don't go and stand in line with them. Don't go and stay around them. Heed to this warning. Heed to this warning to save yourself. If you see the terrorists in uniform in a filling station, do not go there and line with them and begin to buy food. No. Just Walk away. Drive away. Later you can come back when they are come. You are in a restaurant and they come to that restaurant to eat. Immediately they park their vehicle. Walk out of that restaurant. Go somewhere else and stay. When they finish and go, gone, you can come back for your own life's sake. You are in a shopping mall and they enter there. Get out of that mall immediately. Get out immediately. Get out of that mall. Don't even wait for a second. Any place you see their vehicle parked, anywhere at all, either in the hold up, don't stay near them. Give them gap. Any place, stay away. This information is very, very important to keep you alive. A serious operation is going on. Operation Python must dance. Python must die. You don't know when it's going to happen. The Liberation Army are on duty 24/7. You never know when the angel of death will appear. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Every information we are given is to make sure that the collateral damage is reduced to zero. This information are to make sure that the collateral damage is reduced to number 0 if possible. That is why we continue to warn and pass this information. Be very, very careful. In your checkpoints, no more hawking in the checkpoints. Wherever you see their checkpoints, do not, for any reason whatsoever, go to hawk there. Whatever they want to buy, let them walk to the city and buy it. Don't hawk. If that is the only place you can do your business, please, just go and look for something else to do. These informations are very, very critical at this particular point in time. Operation Python must die. You know what happens when the Python is struggling? You know what happens? If you have seen where a Python engage in a battle, you will understand what I mean. Everything around it, the whole bush is cleared. The whole bush becomes a victim. When the Python is fighting for his life, the whole bush, every living thing around him, the bush is around him, becomes a victim. That is why you must listen to instruction. And if you are a Biafran and you are serving in any force in the zoo, and unluckily for you, in Biafra land, pull your uniform right now, right there, and run away for your life. If you are a Biafran and you are serving in the zoo military, in the zoo police, in the zoo air force, in the zoo whatever, uniform, bearing arms, in Biafran territory, as you are watching this video, as this video is going to come to you, pull your uniform there and run for your life. If you don't, you are going to give account to Chukwu Kabiam when you get to heaven, and your blood will be on your head. If you are not in Biafra territory, the choice is yours, either to defend yourself or not. The choice is yours, because definitely we know they are going to take you out. If you are not in Biafran territory, they are going to take you out. So the choice is yours, if you want to save yourself or not. But in Biafran territory, in that uniform, you have already marked yourself for that. The only good you can do for yourself is to remove that uniform immediately. If you want to serve under Biafra, you know what to do. Make your consultations to the Biafra Rebel Organization and you'll be given an assignment. If you are a Biafran, when I'm talking about Biafra, I mean people that are from the old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast with Lower Benue. Wherever you are and your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, this message is for you. Take it. It is for you. I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to take the right decision now. There's no time. There's no time. We are going home. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter your weapon of warfare. It doesn't matter your deception. We are going home. And it's going to happen in a twinkle of an eye. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of you that is watching. Please, if you have not shared this video, kindly share and like. Click like. As you share, you click like so that other people can be able to get this video. I appreciate every one of you that has been able to be patient with me on this program. We've spent more than 1 hour on this program. As usual, our morning section. And I'm going to be back again tomorrow, same time. Anytime you have any question to ask, any contribution to make, any objection, any prayer to say, the link is always there for you to click the link. I have said it time and time again that my morning section is an interactive session. If you want and you have anything to say, feel free to click that link. The Biafra Republic is listening. The members of the cabinet are listening. Our prime minister is listening. There is no word that you say here that is going to fall on a stone. As long as it's a tangible information, it's going to be made use of. It's going to be applied properly. I appreciate every one of you who has been part of this program today. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every Biafran across the world. Every lovers of freedom. It does not matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your dialect. As long as you are a lover of freedom, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect you, and you will see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every member of the Biafra Republic of Exile cabinet. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every member of the federal government in the homeland. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every member of ESN. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Liberation Army who have taken up this challenge to defend you and I. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the media of Biafra Republic of Exile. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We commit Mazi Simon Ekpa in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiyama for divine victory, for divine protection, for divine safety. Wherever he is at this material, we commit him in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. That the blessings of Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to follow him. He will never dash his foot against the stone. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. Every plan they have laid against him, every hole they dug against him, every pit they have dug for him to fall, they will fall into it and they will be buried in it. No evil shall befall him. We commit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before Chukwu Okike Abiyama for divine protection, for divine victory, for divine security, for healing, for strength. We pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom as soon as possible. We believe and we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to join us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shall prosper. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Thank you so much for watching this program. I will see you again tomorrow, same time. Stay blessed.